Oh shit. This some bitch. Well, it's nighttime. Looks like I looks like it caught me saying some bitch. That's slang for nice person. YouTube. Ah, good. Past 30 seconds now, so I don't know if that applies or not, but whatever. Anyways, future me, digital me, virtual me, lots of other me's, duplicates. Okay. Before I get into any meat of anything that I want to say, I was just noticing on a funny video that I saw very little while ago. Every YouTuber, basically, a lot of them, whatever, seems to have a issue that I wanted to address. There's a lot of the tags or clickies or whatever buttons, things that are, there are a lot of them on the screen at the end of the videos, right? Left, right. And a number of them have one of the button thingies right in the middle of the screen. And I have to say that's kind of a sacred space. So you need to stop doing that, please. Thank you. I beg you. Like I said, sacred space. All right. So yeah, because for me, whether I'm on a computer or when I was on my phone, um, uh, watching them full screen, you gotta minimize it, uh, tilt it, tilt it, and then you gotta do stuff right at the end of the video, and then go back and, like I said, you gotta do stuff. And if there's crap in the way, it just makes it harder. And I also had a thought. Um, since I watch a lot of the political channels, um, I kind of only recently, in the past couple months, I subscribed to Newsmax because I wanted to try and broaden my bubble just a little bit. I can't really stand watching a whole lot of Newsmax, but I thought with these whole button thing that I want to talk about, maybe since a lot of you use the tag thingy, I don't know if this is possible. If maybe you can only link your own videos, but if it's possible, maybe some of you political guys have the ability to link to some other political guys on the other side of the aisle that maybe you watch that are not far righters like people on Newsmax, because yikes, I got to say Newsmax and Fox. Wow. They're not even propaganda. They're science. Well, they're just plain fiction writers, is what they are. They give propaganda a bad name. But some conservative that maybe has got some principles. There we go. That's a good way of putting it. Some principles left. Probably not anyone in the federal government, because I watch news, but maybe it's someone in a state legislature or some local office somewhere that's managed to be working in their local government and doing something good. And so there you go. And has some kind of channel or media thing and being good at representing their thing. So yeah, there you go. Just an idea. So you're able to help them have expand their voice, and same. other way around. Just basically saying everybody's living in their bubble. Maybe it helps everybody expand their bubble just a little bit in the day where everybody's kind of living in their own thing because as life gets harder and you work more, and then you come home and you take care of a family, and then after all that's said and done, you've got to rest before you go to sleep and repeat the cycle. You got dick for time to do anything, and who wants to spend some time researching? I mean, even when you got a lot of free time, do you really want to spend, hours researching all the layers of government that you're going to end up voting for? I mean, the bulk of people do not want to spend that. I don't even want to spend my time, but I'm probably going to end up doing it now because I have the time, so I kind of should. And I'm going to have a real ID. I'm almost obligated to because I'm one of those people that actually have the time. So, my vote might actually be able to do something and represent some of those people that might be unable, to represent themselves. So, whatever. Anyways, let's get to some of the things that I wrote down, because I write things down now, which I'd never done before. Even in school. Wow. What a leveling up thing. Yeah, that's another thing corporations stole from us, video game players. Level up. You have to level up your life to the next level. Okay, corporate America, why don't you just take everything fun in the world? Oh yeah, I realized, I don't know, I just got on this somehow, and I looked at stuff. I think it was from the rabbit hole of Skydance. Yeah, I'll get on that. Apparently shares in like stocks and stuff, shares have different classifications. Yeah, so buying stocks and owning shares of a company, there's different kind of shares. Class A, B, and C is what I found in my 3 seconds of research. But there's probably other different kinds of shares, probably like D, E, F, G, H, blah, blah, maybe even A1, A2. I don't know. So maybe people like me would only be able to get the poor people stock. I don't know. I just learned that. I just figured that out. There's different kinds of stock holding. So even owning stock, yeah, that's fucked up. Then the whole Stephen Colbert thing, that, I haven't decided really to weigh in on that until now because it's just like, that is messed up, but it leads into something that I had been thinking about throughout this whole time and even before. That kind of leads into like, what does that mean for even, first for the future of the YouTube platform, but also, the future of kind of the internet, because the internet is not some ethereal thing. It is made up of it's made up of hardware first of all. So servers that exist somewhere in the real world made up of physical things, and then just worldwide data cables strung all over the world. And a lot of that is based, of course, in Silicon Valley. But they're all over the world. And Trumpster, the dumpster, is getting more, grippy on media. And again, you look for parallels of aspiring dictators and autocrats. They do like to squeeze out media companies and media personas. It's not always the first thing they do, but that is, that's something that they like to do first-ish. And they definitely like to use the media as a sounding, as a message board to try and, basically brainwash. So there's that. What is exactly going to happen? Don't know, but any rational thinking person can kind of project it out, and he makes the case of, I'm combating wokeness and stuff, and the left kind of did make a very that weird cultureness with the whole, the left went a little weird for a minute there, but that was not something that needed to have what Donald Trump and the Republicans are doing right now. All right, that was not. I mean, really. So, I mean, what they're doing is not overcorrecting. All right, that's not what they're doing at all. They're not overcorrecting. They're being psychos. Yeah. So there was I listened to one I listened to is Secular Talk. One of the political things that I listen to is Secular Talk. Okay, so and another one, I'm scratching right now, so I'm bending down. So I hope you can hear me still. One of the things I listen to is Secular Talk. There's another that I listen to. It's Status Quo. They had a guy on there that was, I got to scratch again. I feel like I'm scratching into a pool of water that beneath it has my foot. But yes, on Status Quo, they had a guy at Alligator Alcatraz, and he was saying a bunch of things, but amongst them was, you don't have to do anything grand. He was just pleading for everybody to do anything, and all right, well, so I'm thinking like, well, yeah, all right, whatever, but I could talk to people directly, and I kind of want to. However, I think about that, and I do think about it kind of often because I am in Texas, after all. I'm in a small town, and I get the feeling that I'm in a fairly MAGA-ish place. But I whenever I hear anything, because I pick up little snippets of not necessarily conversations, but I hear little bits of things fly in the background and stuff, and I'm just like, maybe I should say something. And I'm just like, I know what's going to come of it. You know, I could say something, but I know where that's going to lead, and it's just going to make me angry and stuff if I start talking. And the thing is, I really kind of don't want to live in that space, because I have lived in that space, the space of being angry. And I don't know. I just really don't like it. I like where I am now in the environment of joy. And you can criticize me for being there, but it's just better. It's much more stress-free. And I don't know. Like I said, I can be criticized for that, but let me put it this way. I had a dad. He's dead now. I had a dad who existed in the space of anger, and so I saw firsthand what that did to him. And so I don't want that to eat away at my soul like it can do to a person just being that angry and having that loss of joy in your life. Yeah. So I think it'd be better to have the joy in my life, because I'm pretty sure when, not if. At this point, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a when, not if. When the, I guess, fight comes, I'm going to need the joy more than the anger. I think that'll be more helpful for me. So, yeah, it's pretty much what I want to say. But getting back to the secular talk guy, I did see one disturbing segment he had about the starving children. It was like that the children in Gaza reminded me of those, the children you would see in like Somalia back in the day when I was young. Those images of the starving Somali, Ethiopia, whatever children, where like that woman would go on and be like, for only $2 a month, you can feed children and stuff, and they would be like bones with skin on them, and it's like, that is messed up. Of course, these children that he showed were already dead, but I mean, the ones in the 80s, they were right there. and they were really close. So, yeah, it was gruesome. Uh, that's for sure. So, yeah, um, there's all sorts of messed up stuff going on in the world, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Lots of people just lots of people taking care of the daily business because that's all they can do, and some people being okay with it because they're doing okay with it, and they, I guess, are willfully ignorant, and another bunch that are, I don't know. I don't know. At some point it's going to come to some kind of head, somewhere, somewhen in this country. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. That's going to be, that is going to be some, I don't know. I wonder if he and his rich people, I mean, other people have said this. I don't know if they are trying to create a civil war or not. I mean, they're rich, so why would they want to create a civil war? That's just destroying infrastructure, and that's also inviting other countries to um, interfere. So that doesn't really make sense. There's got to be something else in the plan, if there is a plan, of course. It could be kind of a, we just want money and we're just kind of bumbling through it day by day sort of thing, with the help of our, how do you call it? Uh, I don't know, you know, uh, propagandists, band aid officers, media, media corps, and probably just the whole infrastructure of keeping our red states in check through media mind washing and all sorts of things. But you know, the red states are only red states because basically the rural areas, um, they're not red states, and the blue states are not really necessarily blue states either. I mean, like I said, in a, I think it was a video before this, pretty white girl, pretty white girl, uh, but pretty white girl in some southern state. got to be in a southern state, because that'll be, you know, that'll be where they care about. I mean, even if it's like a Dakota or something like that, a traditionally voting red state, the Fox News will be like, well, that's a northern, they'll spin it as a northern state. But if it's Bible Belt town, you know, if it's Alabama, Georgia, Carolina, Texas, Fox Newsmax, they will have a tough time managing that. They will probably try, but it will be very difficult. I mean, because they're managing the whole bullcrap from LA very well. And I don't know how it's proceeding in anywhere else in the country. So far, every other media thing, it's not even really a peep from anywhere else. It's basically just being messaged from LA. I mean, yeah, there are sporadic reports from other parts of the country, but just basically LA and California somehow. There are a few other places, but it's basically just LA. Even from left-leaning liberal news sources, they're pretty much just, you know, if there starts to be a good amount of ICE agents in New York City, that's going to be, I imagine that's going to be pretty problematic because, well, I've never been to New York City, but the reputation is that New Yorkers are kind of assholes on the greatest of days. So, stormtroopers that are masked and not showing badges, taking people off the streets, and streets are crowded, I don't know how well that's going to go over in fucking New York. Especially with New York traffic, I think that is, I don't know. I think I don't know. I just, plus I think there's enough people in New York that, I don't know if it's happened already in, a few times or not. I'm just saying. They could be using other areas to kind of practice, so that when they want to go in New York, they're going to do what the cops do best and go in force, Borg style. Like, we're going to go in there with 20,000 and swarm, or maybe 50,000, going with a wall of cops, ICE agents. They'll look for 3 people. Obviously, they'll find more, but I'm just saying. And by the way, if you're gonna go on that in New York with that many people, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe you can go in there with a few cans of roach spray and do some roach cleanup. I mean, you're already there. And go into the subway, maybe get some of those rats. Bring some brooms and some cleaner. Broom some shit up. Get some of the piss smell out of there. I mean, you're already being a nuisance. You might as well clean some of that shit up. Do something useful while you're there pissing everybody off. I know, it's not our job. We're cops, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, I mean, you're already costing the U.S. I don't even know how many billions of dollars. Pick up a goddamn broom. So, yeah. ICE. Anonymous janitor at your service. What do you need done? That we don't mind. Show me your badge. Janitor number 19,457. What do you need picked up? All right. It's 10:30. I'm going to be going to bed soon. Whew. Shit. All right. There we go. All right. Boobies.